This is our forest. Before we planted this tree, the environment was totally dry. Now after planting, the period is coming whereby the trees are growing, the humidity is now going up, and the rain is falling now.
Walter Atine seeks shade under the lush canopy of shea trees. He's the village chairman of Bar Opok in northern Uganda. We're here to talk to him about the shea trees. The trees are known for the rich butter that can be produced from their fruit. But they mean more to Walter than that. Planting the trees has brought a welcome return to the way his community was before an insurgency destroyed their forest 20 years ago. But the growth from the tree stump to vibrant canopy was anything but straight. Welcome to Nature Answers, rural stories from a changing planet. We explore stories of how communities in rural sub-Saharan Africa are working with nature to adapt to the climate crisis. I'm your host, Ivy Prosper, coming to you from Accra, Ghana. This week, we're traveling to Bar Opok, Uganda, where a community group is showing how planting trees can help nature recover from the effects of conflict. Bar Opok is located an hour's drive away from Lira, the nearest big city. Upon our arrival, we're greeted with a cool breeze and a bird song. They're proof of the Dwok Can Ipur Group's nature-based solution at work. We sit with community members amongst the shade trees, but the tranquility is a far cry from the life here not too long ago. John Ogwal is leader of the Dwok Can Ipur Group. He remembers the Lord's Resistance Army insurgency. You'll hear him use the acronym LRA to describe them.
When there was LRA war, a number of people were displaced. They were actually internally displaced camps. All of this community was invaded by the army, by soldiers, and also the LRA themselves. They were also surfacing here.
The LRA insurgency looms large in the memories of the people in northern Uganda. It's a recent conflict, only formally ending in 2006. Led by Joseph Kony, the LRA has been accused of human rights violations, including murder, torture, and rape. The effects of the civil war in Uganda are still being felt, and not just by people. In Bar Opok, some of that is seen in the environment.
So the army themselves, they were the ones that destroyed the trees, and they were using that for making charcoal.
For John, the loss of trees brought unexpected further danger to his family.
Something I experienced were the winds that were so strong that my roof blew off. I watched it happen with my kids were inside, and I wasn't able to save them. That's why I thought we should plant trees, because planting trees helps the wind break.
The strong winds put his children's lives in danger. Even his home no longer felt like a safe place for his family. A friend of mine is from Uganda, and she has spoken of the horrors she experienced before her family fled and eventually became refugees in Canada, where she found safety and has since built a wonderful life. I can't imagine the heartbreak of watching your children in danger, unable to protect them as your home falls apart. It's a tragedy no parent should endure. And his call to plant trees is a powerful reminder that even the small actions can safeguard our future. The more John looked, the more he saw the impact of deforestation on others in his community. The high winds were not the only thing he noticed.
We had a lot of heat within the community, and we had a lot of soil erosion as well.
Motivated by his experience, John created the Dwok Can Ipur Group in 2021. Despite his good intentions, he faced immediate backlash from his community.
People would come here insulting me. Why are you doing this? They are coming to grab your land. Why are they doing this? These organizations will take your land.
Pushback to the group is something that John's daughter, Evelyne Awor, is all too familiar with.
My husband never used to allow me to come to that group because he used to say it's a waste of time due to the fact that we could pour soil into a pot and return home when we were very dirty. He used to think that people in the group used to just go to play.
But both John and Evelyne ignored the backlash. They started planting trees. It was a simple start, but their end goal was reforestation. They used seedlings from the nearby Kijani Forestry. The group distributes free tree seedlings to rural communities. Soon, they had planted around 5,000 trees. Well, 5,016 trees to be exact. Their hard work was paying off. Within a few years, John noticed changes in his environment.
Now, I have a shade, and there are also some bird species that were not there when the trees were destroyed. But currently, all the species are back.
Bernard Odongo is one of the youngest members of the Dwok Can Ipur Group. He's witnessed firsthand the way nature is adapting.
It's helping us so much with windbreak and also in the gardens. Those days they used to be soil erosion. The topsoil would be washed away, but currently, with the help of these trees around, it's no longer happening.
John noticed something new as well. It was a change in his community's response to the reforestation project.
Some community members did not like it at first, but later, after seeing what we were doing, they started embracing it, and now they are very okay with it, because a number of them have also planted fruits and trees.
And soon, Evelyne's husband also changed his tune.
I never thought that women could be empowered, but now in the group, I feel like I have been empowered. My husband now supports the group, and he has seen the usefulness. That's why he encourages me to come to the group.
For Evelyne, tree planting is only the beginning.
I believe that as we are planting trees, the children, the younger generation, are also watching. I believe that it will encourage them so that in future they will also pick it up from us. The trees will help the younger generation as well, and we are guiding them that you need to plant, you don't need to destroy.
And the younger generation is not just watching, but also taking action themselves. Bernard has planted 496 trees that are now fully grown, and he has noticed a change among his fellow youth.
Because of lack of trees within the community, most of the youth did not know about other tree species. They would only hear about it. But there is nothing to show. When they would ask, what is this? It would be very hard for them to tell. But as a result of people now planting trees, now all these kinds of species are back, and they are able to tell, this is that. Just like that.
His message for other young people who want to get involved in helping the environment is simple.
I am speaking to the youth to say that they should plant more trees, because there is so many benefits planting trees.
Bernard is clearly passionate about restoring Bar Opok's forest. His work will help ensure that this biodiverse community will thrive for generations to come. And despite their earlier misgivings, it's obvious Bar Opok has embraced this initiative. When we arrive, The community sits waiting, surrounded by foliage and farm animals. The local band assembles. After a morning of rehearsing, they are ready to perform. Their song's topic was selected specifically for our visit. It's about how planting trees is helping their community change for the better.
Canada, Aman Gino to Uganda, Unopino Melat Lunge, Kobikom Niki, Mepitoka Yinma, Uganda, Pilu Yenjoy.
Nature Answers is produced by Farm Radio International. You can learn more about nature-based solutions and the people implementing them by following Nature Answers wherever you get your podcasts. You can also follow us on social media at Farm Radio. Find pictures of the people you heard from today on our website at farmradio.org/Nature Answers. You will also find transcripts and more about nature-based solutions there. We'll be back in 2 weeks with more stories. Until then, share Nature Answers with your friends and family, or send us an email at natureanswers@farmradio.org. We'd love for more people to hear these stories. Until next time, I'm your host, Ivy Prosper, coming to you from Accra, Ghana.
This episode was written and produced in Uganda by me, Emma Stewart Kiss, with help from the incredible staff at Farm Radio International's office in Kampala, Uganda, who made me feel welcome and provided valuable support. This experience reiterated to me the importance of centering voices from the global south when sharing stories about the region. Listening and learning about best practices from communities here will be instrumental in the fight against climate change. Sounds, photos, and videos were recorded on location by Everett Lindquist, Olivia Rumble, Doreen Ane Babazi, and myself. Further assistance was provided by Stephen A. Chat, Farm Radio's country manager in Uganda. Guidance in Bar Opok was provided by Jima Oshen of Voice of Longo. We joined as part of an internship with Carleton University's School of Journalism. Translations were provided by Jima Oshen and Gune Masi Kenny. The translations were voiced by Pascal Maruka and Gune Masi Kenny. It was edited by Tara Sprickerhoff. Farm Radio compensated community members who participated in interviews. It is common practice to compensate a person in this region for the time they spend being interviewed. Our podcast would exclude many important perspectives if we only interviewed those who could afford to step away from their economic activities without compensation. Nature Answers was produced thanks to funding from the Government of Canada.